Bellhaven, I believe that it was heaven sent. I was a
This is We All Be, news-free Dixie for the 21st century. See how it works? Somewhere. Can you dig it?
And so just want you to know. Man, I looked at that smile on your face just now. And the first time I ever wished I was a photographer to take that picture and let the world see that honesty and that integrity. And know some of the things I know, how you drive all over the country to chase us down. Chase us down. Okay? We move so fast. I don't know if you're married. I don't know if you're a family. I don't know if you're a wife. But when we get on here, we bosom friends. Anytime I see you, I stop whatever I'm doing. Hey, my man, how are you? Hey. Hey, man, well, you know, that's, I owe that to you. It's an obligation that you have. How old are you?
Oh, 36.
So you don't have the right to do what 36 people do. You don't have the right to go to the dance or go to the party. You don't have a right to take that trip to Europe when I might need that plane fare to fly somebody else to feed my people that love me. Mm-hmm. You feed them. Oh, it's one thing being hungry from food. Right. There's another thing being hungry for information.
That's right.
And that's you the feeder. You got to be the farmer. You got to grow the crop. Huh? You got to till the grain. And at nighttime, when you hear something that sounds like water, you got to go and see if the crop's going to be flooded. That's your job, man.
Hey, everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that Django review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace. And welcome, family, to another wonderful, edutainment edition of We All Be News and TV, News-Free Dixie for the 21st century. I'm your host for this empowerment segment, Brother Ron, also known as R2C2H2, the Artivist. And I hope everybody's having a fine, easy like Sunday morning, all Sunday long, man. I hope y'all are enjoying yourselves. Got your favorite refreshments and foods or food and beverages, and you're looking at your foosball, your football, whatever you want to call it. Quite frankly, right now,
I'm more interested in tarot card readings on YouTube than I am in football. I think these Taurus readings I've been getting are more exciting and in some ways more unpredictable than the football games. But to each their own. Nothing wrong with football, actually. And I'll give a shout out to Dion, Coach Prime, getting another win in thrilling, stunning fashion, double overtime. But unfortunately, we're gonna send out some love to one of his stars, Travis Hunter, got hit, taken out the game. He might be missing a few weeks, but they are on to Oregon for a showdown with number 13 Oregon, Colorado number 18. The Buffaloes led by the real Buffalo Bill, Coach Prime. And I didn't see that game. It actually came on real late. I think it was over at the midnight Denver time, if I'm not mistaken. But I just, this prime time phenomenon is very fascinating. Deion Sanders is a very interesting person, but I think a lot of people learn from him in terms of you don't have to even like football, love football to really appreciate what prime time brings, which is belief in yourself and believing in something bigger than yourself. And don't always go along to get along. Do not undersell yourself, undervalue yourself. Learn and know your worth and make people respect and know your worth. So anyway, we got a great topic lined up for y'all today. This is something that's very never gets old. You're dealing with man and women dynamics, what women want, what men want, Venus versus Mars, all this stuff, battle of the sexes, battle of the X's, whatever, X's and O's, strategic. But it is fascinating, the never-ending struggle to find some type of balance and respect, because people always talk about, respect was Aretha Franklin's anthem, right? RESPECT, find out what it means to me. But it was a man. It was Otis Redding's theme song before Aretha's. He wrote the song Respect that became Aretha Franklin's theme song. Otis Redding, whose birthday was September the 9th. Now, he was a man, as far as I knew people that actually worked with Otis Redding, people like Carla Thomas, I could count as friends, and the others who talked about the greatness of Otis. But people don't really know he was just 26 when he died. I thought Otis was like in his late 30s, the way he was so mature looking and the way he sounded and stuff like that. But he was definitely an old soul, but he had a lot of sense when it came to business. But he actually wrote the song Respect. So it was a man who wrote Aretha's anthem. It was Otis Redding, the great Otis Redding, birthday September 9th. But anyway, we got to do this show. We got, this We All Be Brothers. And I hear you brothers out there loud and clear. And before we get started, let me do some housekeeping. I'm a janitor anyway. Let's do some housekeeping. Read this disclaimer, because people get all their feelings about stuff. And my thing I pride myself on creating a platform where people can express themselves, like Charles Wright. We had Charles Wright on here. Express yourself. You can do it. Express yourself. And you just want people own your stuff, man. Take ownership of how you feel, how you think, and who you are. Take ownership of your stuff. Don't let people beat you into submission. First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt once said, I'm going to paraphrase it, if it's not an exact quote, you can only make me feel inferior with my consent. You can only make me feel inferior with my consent. Nobody can make you feel a way without you being in agreement with it. Nobody can make you feel a way. She made me feel like this. It's what you respond to. People can trigger you if you allow them to trigger you. People treat you the way you teach them how to treat you. So what I'm saying is, I want people to start taking back their power, reclaiming their narrative, and start creating some boundaries. So we'll touch on that today as well. But we're going to be talking about these relationships, situationships, all types of ships. Sometimes they be sinking like the Titanic, right? So let's read the disclaimer and we'll get into the show. Disclaimer: the views expressed by hosts and guests on the We All Be TV platform are not the official views, opinions, beliefs, or perspectives of We All Be News or the We All Be Group Incorporated. We All Be News is an organization that thoroughly believes in supplementing the information narrative that is usually supplied by the corporate news entities with those viewpoints and expressions which may be marginalized or ignored for a plethora of reasons, We are about informing the general public on alternative perspectives as it relates to news and information, and letting the general public be the ultimate judge in deciding on how to use said information. Informed citizens are responsible citizens. Thank you for your support. Now we're about to get into the show. And what is today's topic? And my computer, I don't know if it's freezing up on this end. What's today's topic, right? What are we talking about today? What we're talking about, let me see. Let me get it right. We all be news free dicks for the 21st century. Today's topic of discussion. This is the third edition of We All Be Brothers. So, sisters, y'all let me know y'all listening in. Y'all giving some very interesting feedback. Appreciate the brothers out there listening, brothers out there listening as well. We might invite some of you all, the brothers, onto the platform today. It'd be like an open mic session. If you're up to the challenge, we'll see. But the topic is We All Be Brothers, of course, relationships, situationships, polyamory or polyamorous or whatever, polymorph, polygamy, whatever. Venus versus Mars, where's the love? So without further ado, we're bringing on my co-host for today's segment, a brother who really holds it down, who's really a fan favorite, according to the comment section out there. Y'all really digging this brother and his vibe and his point of view. None other than Brother David. How you doing today?
Hey, Brother Ron, how you doing, man? How's everybody out there now? Radio, everybody out there listening, internet land. Hello to you all as well.
Oh yeah, they tuning in, man.
Yes, sir, Brother Ron.
Yeah,
Brother Ron. Brother Ron. I know we dealing with relationships on today. I really wasn't prepared to deal with this, right? But I go ahead and ride with you. I think one of the other brothers I was gonna just ride along with. It was his idea to have this. Hopefully he joined us in later on, right? He contacted me earlier, said that he has some situations going on. He won't be able to make it. He said, but hopefully he get a chance to join in. He wanted this platform for his relationship. I'm in, but it wasn't my thing to talk on relationship. I just wanted to go, whatever the flow was, he was gonna lead it off, and I was just gonna ride along with him on this relationship issue.
Okay, well, actually, it was several people ideas I know of, and one of them's not here. I haven't heard from him. I know Brother Charles spoke about doing something about relationships and situationships as well too.
That's who I was speaking in regards to.
Yeah, a lot of people speak about this on this, but who's prepared for anything in life? I mean, relationships especially. Who's prepared for relationships? And I could talk on it myself. Actually, this whole summer has been a rude awakening for me in terms of dealing with relationships and dynamics between men and women. This summer, the first day of summer, I didn't expect what I expect to get into, and it's been dominating thing for the rest of the summer. Now the summer is over. Fall begins September 21st. Right.
Right.
September 21st. So
right.
Technically, it feels like spring. Thank God we're in Memphis, but it feel like spring. But I'll leave it out myself. I think it's very important to talk about this situation that we find ourselves in as human beings, and also as men and women. Even though we're living in the age of age of information, there's a lot of disinformation and misinformation, misunderstanding, and really understanding of each other as well as ourselves. So I always encourage people, like I call myself, I'm in the process of healing out loud. Like I let people know I'm going through therapy right now. Tipping point was a relationship that didn't turn out the way I would have liked for it to turn out. So my thing is, I want people to talk about if they're comfortable, but really, you should never be too comfortable where you stop really living a life that you enjoy to live or you want to live. And also, I want to encourage people, don't be afraid to be yourself in any relationship. Be your authentic self. Don't be afraid of being rejected, because sometimes, like they say, rejection is God's protection. But also, brother, what you said, you talked to me over a month ago, actually, I think, when I'm going through the process I'm going through with therapy and stuff like that. You said, Ron, it's all about this. It's never a loss, it's a learn. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. It's never a loss, because if you learn something from the experience, you didn't lose. You gained something.
That's right.
So what do you think about that, brother?
That's right, brother.
It's your words. It's not a loss. It's
that's right, brother. in any relationship, there's always I look at it. There's always a learning from any relationship. Whether you walk away from it better or you walk away from it, neutral, or whatever the case may be. Oftentimes, people walk away.
What happened, Brother David? We lost Brother David. He'll come back in.
You call it a
Okay,
quits,
got Brother
then.
David back. Okay, you got cut off, Brother David. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I was saying that most relationships, you always walk away with a learning lesson. I mean, whether it be painful, whether it be however you want to look at it, is that when you're in a relationship, you should always be learning. You should always be learning yourself as well as learning somebody else. And I think in a relationship, for a relationship to be successful, going biblical, the Bible says all that get the understanding. If you don't understand who you're dealing with, first of all, you got to understand yourself. You got to know for a relationship to be positive. When I say positive, yeah, you're going to have some ups and downs in a relationship. I don't care, you can talk that talk about, I'm a Christian and all that. I understand. But you're going to have some up and down, if you're in a relationship long enough, things are going to come up, problems are going to come up, issues are going to come up. It's all about how you deal with them. First of all, when to know someone else is clever, but to know thyself is enlightening. So, when I know myself, I understand myself, I understand what I do and don't want, do and don't need in my life, then I think that's enlightening. Because I realize the choices that I make, they got cause, they have effect to them. There's cause and effect, in anything you do, choices you make this choice now, whatever causes are going to come out of it, be it good or bad, it's going to come up later on. So, I realize it's one thing, understanding who I am can make it better for who I want to be with or who choose to be with me. Because when you don't know yourself, you all over the place, man, you're going to go out there and find somebody that's all over the place just like you. And you got two confused people together. So, you want to build something positive, right? Know yourself first and know what you want. Know what you bring to the table and know what you're looking for when you bring somebody else to the table. Do they have those qualities, those values that you need to not to make you, but to enhance you? That's just like salt and pepper. Man, salt and pepper don't make that steak taste no better. It just enhances the flavor.
That's right.
Steak got its own flavor, man, by itself. When you add those seasonings to it, it's just only gonna enhance. It's gonna enhance. So when somebody come into our lives, man, they either gonna bring a positive or bring a negative. They're gonna take or they're gonna give. I can't hear you, bro, Ron. Can you hear me? I can't hear you, bro, Ron. I'm not getting the audio from you, bro, Ron. If you can hear me. I'm not getting the audio, bro, Ron. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro, Ron. If you hear me, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro, Ron. If you can hear me. I don't hear you. But Ron, I can't hear you. If you can hear me, I can't hear you. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I can't hear you, bro, Ron. No audio. No audio. Got no audio, bro, Ron. Can't hear you, man. Cannot hear you. No audio. I can't hear you.
Hear me now, Brother David?
Yeah, now I hear you, bro, Ron. Now
I mean, it's technical difficulties. It's the Mercury retrograde supposed to have been over September 14th. We still dealing with the after effects of Mercury retrograde. That's another It's an interesting phenomenon
Okay.
that happened 3
Yeah.
times. I won't blame it on Mercury retrograde after effect. But we got
Okay.
also brother Cruz is joining us.
Cruz made in. Okay, cool. Good.
Okay, I don't if you could get him on. I'm trying to get him on here.
I think he's
Brother
coming in right
Cruz.
now, bro.
Okay.
He's coming in right now. Yeah, he's trying to get in right now.
Can you
Hey,
hear
bro,
me?
how you doing, man?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we good. Yeah, we good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
man. So how's
Just don't have
everything?
any video.
Yeah, don't have the video. Yeah.
Hold up. Everything freezes up. I don't. Let me hold on one second. Okay.
Yeah, like man,
There
there
you
you
go,
go.
Cruz.
Okay, bro, Cruz, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
All right. You know what the topic is today? We talk about relationships and stuff like that, man and women dynamics.
Yeah.
Have any thoughts
Okay.
about that?
Well, yeah. I mean, like you said, the media and TV, the government, everybody's kind of, dividing stuff right now. They're putting women against men. Telling women they don't need men. All this, like real issues that we have, and they're making it worse. I think the media, these movies, the music industry, I mean, they're making it worse instead of helping us come together. They're trying to divide us as far as men and women, saying that women don't need men. They're better off by themselves, things like that. I don't agree with all that, because we need each other. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah. Something cool said, I like to piggyback on. I heard Dick Gregory one time, I don't know whose show he was on, who he was talking to, but he made a comment about how we as black men, we call our women strong, but we call our automobiles beautiful or pretty. And I agree with him 100%. It's foolishness. We call our women strong when we ought to be the strong one. We ought to be the supported one. We ought to be the one they riding on, on our backs, on our strength. But we push our women out front to be the strong one. But we call our cars beautiful or pretty or whatever the case might be, which we ought to be adorning our women with that title as being beautiful, as being gorgeous, or being, the apple of our eye. But we look at our automobiles, or whatever you want to call them, as our beauty, and our women, we call them our strength. I think we ought to be the women's strength, and they should be the the beauty that we look forward to. I think like Cruz said, we look at these. I don't want to call them by the name, but these movies that they produce, just like in the '70s, they produced those black exploitation movies. It ain't no better now in the 2000s. No, it ain't no better. Some of the movies that we see, Die Loose and Why Did I Get Married? All that foolishness, right? When they don't look at they look at only the problem and not the cause or the cure to some of the relationship problem that we have. It's all geared toward the black man or the man being the weaker of the two. The women being the dominant, controlling. It's just and a lot of people are buying into it. Buying into it. They're buying into that foolishness that's being put out there, that's being advertised. The housewives of Atlanta, housewives of New York, all this foolishness. Women, just bickering and fighting against one another and fighting against their spouses or fighting against their significant others. It's just crazy, and people are buying into it. And we see it more on YouTube. We find women more aggressive these days toward men than men are aggressive toward them.
Wow.
But it should be, somewhere where we can meet somewhere in the middle. Hey, baby, look, I understand that you want this or you want that, but not right now. Talk things over in a sensible and decent manner, not just clashing all the time. We always see this stuff. We're clashing on TV. About silly stuff. And we buy into it. We think that that's the way you got to be because you see it so often.
Mm-hmm.
Dysfunctional families or relationships.
I know. I remember, like, you talking about black exploitation films. I remember looking at Claudine with James Earl Jones and Diane Curl.
Oh, yeah.
Claudine was a
James
woman
Earl
with a
Jones.
bunch of kids, right?
Jones.
And James Earl Jones was her boyfriend, a sneaky link, whatever.
Right.
What was crazy about it is I used to think it was a comedy, and now I said, now it's a tragedy. This is horrible, because every time
That's
the white
right.
petite social worker lady would come around, he got to hide in the closet, like, he, because she can't have a man in the house with her kids and herself, or she'll get cut off from Big Daddy government. And that's the thing, is like, this has been a social experiment that's been going on for over 60 plus years. The goal to get the man out the house and let the government raise your children and control your woman, in particular for the black people. But as you look at that, see, it's not a conspiracy when they show you what they're doing to you. You like, the people, oh, it's a conspiracy. No, they put it in your TV shows, they put it in commercials, they put it in movies. You even have these so-called social influencers like Elon Musk. They'll tell you what they're doing or what the government has done, and people think, oh, it's just fun and games, and well, how about them cowboys? All that type of crap. But the thing about it is, they're telling you that there's a fear of the family. Like, when you just take away the family, you take away the foundation of society to make responsible and accountable and productive people.
Oh yeah. Anytime you can cause the family to be more dysfunctional than what it is already starting out. I can't think of many families in America that's not dysfunctional. But when you look at, man, to the degree that a lot of families are today, it's mad, But Ron, you said something, man. I can't remember exactly where I read it, when I read it. But Lyndon Baines Johnson, under his administration, that's what they plotted to get the black man, out of the household. That's where that plot came from. I can't remember what I read, how long ago I read it, but that was under the Lyndon Baines Johnson administration that they brought that in. We give you food stamps, we give you welfare, get the man out of the house, so we can control how your children are raised, without a strong man, male figure in the house. They understand that when women are in leadership roles, sometime as far as a matriarch, there is no patriarch in the family. They understand the damage being done. And since I'm not knocking a matriarch, that's what happened. I mean, if it ended up being there, I can't knock that. I can't knock that. Too many women are out there right by themselves and not ending up their own, because they was left out there by themselves. They was betrayed by some of their brothers. But I'm saying, when you find that women's by and large in charge, in leadership over the men, what do you get? What do you get? You get what we got right now. Men acting like women, and women acting like men. Men are more feminine. You can't step on a guy's shoe right now. Touch them brand new white Nikes and watch what Jordans and watch what happens. They're gonna smack you around, shoot you up, bang, bang, all that, just because you scuffed up their tennis shoe. A man life mean more, man, tennis shoes mean more than another man's life. No, it's crazy, it's mad. So, but then you find more men acting more feminine these days than women. Right. I mean, come on, man. I mean, man say something about you or whatever, this or that, you got to go off. That's just his opinion. So, but I find that when women are left in charge by themselves, to run a household with kids, right? Mm-hmm. This is what society, ended up boiling down to, what we see today out there in those streets, man. Because of relationships gone bad between the man and the woman, the kids left in the middle. I know I may have deviated a little bit from what we were talking about, but that's what happened.
No, it's not deviation. It's actually a narrative that's part of a bigger narrative that needs to be talked about more often in honest and open spaces. And we got a person we're going to add. First time we all be brother in arms. This is the one and only Brother Charles. How you doing, Brother Charles? The right Reverend.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. How my brothers doing, man? Thank you for having me on, Ron. I'm glad to be with y'all. Sorry I'm a little late. I had a little issue going on with my internet. Couldn't even get it on my phone, but I'm here now. Thank you.
You here? You supposed to be here. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right. So what we're talking about, the topic, right? We heard a little bit of it. What's your take on anything of that?
The relationships and I believe in my heart that it's designed for this system in this country is designed to tear down the family structure. Because God Himself say, is a man and woman come together, and it's better to marry than to burn. If you can't withstand, He prefer us not to be by ourselves, again, all our focus on Him. But He said, if you can't do that, then marry. So the devil knows that as well. So what does the devil do? He wants to come in and break down the family structure the way God has it lined up. But I think the number one issue is the when you look at it, women, be submissive to your husband, and husband, love your wife as God loved the church. That's where we are struggling at right there.
Anybody will follow up on that? That's an interesting take.
I mean, yeah, I mean he's right, but like Dave was saying earlier, we got the media, government, and everybody against that. We have these commercials always put the man like he's dumb, he can't do anything. If he can't follow the map to the road, they're making him be the dumb guy. Even the movie, you see these Marvel movies making guys like my kids love Marvel movies, so I take them to watch them sometimes. But there's a deep meaning inside those movies. They're telling you stuff. You see different things. You see all the male characters are the dumb characters, and the women rise up to the occasion and trying to dumb down the man. And I remember these commercials back a year or two ago that it was Father's Day, and they were putting mothers in these commercials during the Father's Day commercials. Like, hold up, when it was Mother's Day, they had all the mother stuff, but now with this Father's Day, instead of dedicated to the father, they want to put women in that role too. So I understand there's women, single moms, that's fine, but single moms are not fathers; they're the mothers, And we're losing that father figure right now. They're trying to destroy it with all these movies, commercials. Like David said, the government taking the man out of the house. These kids running wild right now because they don't have either they don't have a male model figure, or the ones they have are not the right ones. Because we see that all the time. That, like David said, some of these fathers are not real fathers. They instead of being the leaders of the house, they're followers. We're supposed to be leading the house and taking the household in the right direction. We're supposed to be helping helping our wives, and our wives helping us become better. Not combative in the household.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like I agree with what Cruz said and Charles said. I want to walk carefully or walk lightly, because I don't, not that I'm saying I don't want to offend anybody, but what I'm saying is right. But at the same time, I want to make sure that what I'm saying is heard correctly, And man, I love a monogamous relationship, man and woman, man raising kids, family, doing their thing, moving and grooving and getting down and making money and raising their children, man, household in order and all that. I love it. I can't knock that. Anybody that knock that got to be crazy or something wrong with them. But I'm saying, anytime I got to be taken out of, I got to be taken out of my role as a man, my role as a leader, my role as a patriarch of my family. Anytime a man being, I can't find the right word, being minimized to anything less than him being the man of that house, I got a problem with that. And so we look at, man, I don't believe in all these old soft sitcoms. I can't stand them, Brother Ron. Y'all, I can't stand them. These old soft sitcoms where a man can't be a man. Oh, he's intimidating. Oh, he's threatening. No. What kind of man you want when somebody come breaking in the house? Right. Oh, hey, baby, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey, baby, get up and go see who it is downstairs. Hey, man, you ain't got to ask me. I'm already down there. And I just pity the fool that try to get him through that window. I just pity the fool, So I pity the fool when I'm out, me and my family, me and my significant other, and somebody want to come up. Man, sometimes I understand disrespect. People gonna say stuff. Man, she fine this and fine that. Why the man is standing right there? Man, keep on moving. She ain't going home with him. But when he put his hands on her, touch her, or do something stupid, that's when you step in, man. No, but let a person run their mouth. Let them say what they want to say. You can't control another human being. Let them say what they want to say. But I'm saying that's why. But I'm gonna tell you, I got these five things right here that I look at is the cornerstone to any relationship.
Okay.
Be it a new relationship, be it an old relationship, a relationship in action right now. These five things, these five ingredients, it's me saying this now. With these five ingredients missing, I found a relationship, man. It's on the path to doom. You don't have respect right up front. Right up front, man, you gotta have respect. Mm-hmm. From the man to that woman, the woman to that man, respect. Well, let me back up, because there's a sixth element, right? But I want to say the sixth element on the end, but it's the most important element. I already said it earlier. First thing first, respect. You don't have respect. When a woman loses respect for a man, it's done. When a man loses respect for a woman, it's done. It's a done deal, baby. It's over with. Time just being prolonged or being wasted. All right? Secondly, right, honesty. There ain't no honesty there. What I'm talking about, oh, that's my friend, so-and-so, so-and-so. He your friend. That's a code word, baby. That's a code word. We ain't gonna go there. We're gonna stop right there. That's a code word. And players know what time that is. Players, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all out there, y'all hear me. Females and male. Next is trust. I can't trust you, baby. No, when I can't trust you, what you got? Hey, man, ain't nothing but a sex game. If y'all being intimate with each other. You're wasting time, whatever the case might be. Then, if there ain't no loyalty, hey, man, you gotta be, you ain't down with me. What I need you for? Loyalty is very important. Because when I turn my back, you got me. And last, number 5 is commitment. You ain't committed to me. Well, I need something done. I can't trust you to get it done. You can't trust me to get it done. You can't, my tie gone fell on my car. I'm at work. Hey, look here, boss. I gotta leave for a few hours. We'll take care of my baby, get her car going. I gotta use 2 hours of vacation time. Hey, no problem. I'm there. Commitment. And now, number 6, will galvanize all 5 of these things together, as I said earlier. Number 6, right, is understanding. The Bible says, all that getting, get the understanding. Listen to me, viewers. Understanding trumps love. Love ain't got nothing to do with understanding. Love ain't got nothing to do with understanding. Love and understanding is 2 different things. If I don't understand you, I can still love you. I can love you for various reasons. But I don't understand you. So you ain't got no understanding, man. These five ingredients, right, will get thrown out with the wash water. They don't mean nothing. So then you don't have respect, honesty, trust, loyalty, commitment, combined with understanding who you are. Man, I hope I ain't say too much, y'all, but
yeah, you point on.
Yeah.
I had to throw that in there.
I would like to say, and Dave, I agree with you 100%, man. You hit some great points, man. I want to take it to the foundation, though. This is what I'm gonna say. Even when Adam and Eve was in the garden, and everybody knows the story, right? But God Himself said, "Thy desire shall be for thy husband, and thy husband shall rule over you." But the problem is, you are not my boss. You can't tell me what to do. You want to talk down to me. But the problem is, God lined it up this way for a reason. We know God is a God of order. And when you get out of those order that He have, then you have chaos and confusion, and things doesn't work. So a woman has to understand, even though her desire for a husband, because every woman wants to be married just about. I mean, most women do, and most women do want a good man. But so in other words, we what God has lined up when he says the husband is the head of the house, like God is head of the church. And women, be submissive to your husband. And husband, love your wife as God loved the church. Now we all know that God loves is unconditional, a wonderful, great love. So if God telling the man to love his wife, then we have to love the woman the same way God is telling the woman to be submissive. But the problem is that, now I ain't gonna put it all on the woman, because and I'm gonna get to the men in just a second, but women won't even give the relationship a chance. She won't even be submissive to give it a chance to see how things would go. Right off the bat, it's all about her. But you have to understand that men too, we whisper these good things in their ear, and we treat them, we don't line up with God to get our decision making from him. So we make bad decisions and we don't do the right thing. So now this is why this woman is carrying on like this. So we have to understand how far we done got off the road of the plan, the way God had things lined up. And also too, it's not the woman's fault that these children are running wild the way they are. In our communities is the way they are with these young boys. They going to prison, all of this that's going on. Well, guess what? We whisper these good things in these women's ear. We have sex with them. We get them pregnant, and then now we don't want to be with them, or we fall out. But you have to understand that that child is still yours, whether you want to be with that woman or not. And the problem is, it's not the woman's fault, because God didn't create them to be disciplined. He created them to be gentle, soft, nourishing. They nourish the child. That's why when they get the baby, they got the breastfeed the baby. She nourished the baby, not the man. He's the discipline and the protector and the provider. So, but out of all of this, you see how far we get off with God. So now these women are raising these boys. And even in the book of Isaiah, the Bible tells us that our children would be on the corner like wild bulls in a net. And you know what that means? That means that they shooting out there each other in the community on the streets. They selling drugs out there in the streets. They doing donuts in the middle of the streets at the intersection. This is what God was saying that was going to happen, because when a woman is the head, I'm almost done, because when a woman is the head, the Bible said that the children are the oppressors. And that's why you see what you see today. And it's both our fault. It's the man's fault as well. You won't take responsibility for what you did. You wouldn't have whispered in her ear. You saw the hips or whatever you like, you saw about her, and you laid down with her. Now you got a child, and now you don't want to provide for the child or spend time with her because you're not with the woman. Well, guess what? It's still your commitment and your duty to take care of them children, because that young girl needs a father, just like that young boy needs a father more than anything.
Now, I was thinking, Brother Charles, when you were saying all that, I'm thinking about the Memphis mayoral election. We got early voting that started a couple of days ago, and I don't care how I feel. I mean, look, I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for nobody else. I don't speak for the platform. But the next mayor cannot be a woman. The next mayor of Memphis cannot be a woman. I'm gonna tell you why. Because what you just touched on, we got a woman police chief. See how chaotic the Memphis Police Department is, and they watching the kids do not doing nothing. But you can't name me one woman mayor in American history that really was a great one. I can't think of one woman mayor that made an impact anywhere on the level of. I can think about Marion Barry. I could say Maynard Jackson. I could say a couple of black man mayors that did some significant things. I can't think of one. Look at Baltimore. They had several women mayors. Look at, that's a mess. But anyway, no, I think people need to be honest. We can't have women in all levels of leadership. It just ain't gonna work. I mean, it is what it is. It's not me saying it, but go ahead.
But y'all hit on several things a couple of things I want to piggyback on. I wish I would have wrote them down while he was talking. The last one about a man being in young girls' lives and young boys' lives. I've learned the hard way that a mother is a young boy's first love, and a young boy, dad is young girl's first love. And so when you have a mother and father in a home that's conflicting with each other, combating with each other, mother saying one thing, dad saying another thing. Young girl not getting the pampering, the loving, the kissing, the hugging from her dad as she need. Young boy not getting the nurturing, whatever he need from the mother. So then now, because most young boys, right, most young men, when mother's their first love, they go out there and find young girls with the character of their mother, not necessarily look like her, but the character of her mother, of their mother, the character of her father. It was something said by Steve Harvey's wife that brother Jim Townsend mentioned about the relationship with him and Margie her father. Margie wanted a man who was just like her father. And Steve Harvey fitted all that. Provider, protector, all that. And then that's why she gravitated so hard to Steve Harvey, because she told Jim, I found a man just like my dad. And that was Steve Harvey. So then that's why she gravitated to him so strongly. Of course, Jim Townsend was in jail. I got to read the book as well, y'all. But this from videos I saw online, Jim Townsend talking about he and Margie relationship, her and Steve relationship from what he knows. But I learned that oftentimes, dad is young girl's first love. Mama is young boy's first love. That's why sometimes guys bring home girls that remind them of their mother so much, and the mother can't stand the girl because you know why? She see herself. If she's tricky or full of whatever kind of mess, and that's in that young girl, she gonna pick it up. Well, you shouldn't marry her. She's so and so. Man, I don't like her. I don't like him, girl. He's so and so, so and so. Because you see the dog in you, in him. That's why you don't like him. He reminds you too much of yourself. But then when you come to understand that, hey man, sit the young man down and talk to him. Sit the young girl down and talk to her. Hey baby, what do you see in my son? What do you see in my daughter? I know my son. I know the kind of guy he is. He's full of this and he's full of that. I want you to be, because see man, how many guys gonna warn their son's girlfriend of their son, knowing their son ain't no good? How many mothers gonna warn their daughter's boyfriend of her knowing she ain't no good, knowing she tricky and stuff? Not many, but keeping it real. Another thing Charles said was that in the human race, in nature period, we find most dominant 99.99% we find in nature that women do the raising of the children, the rearing of the children, in the aquatic world, in the animal world, wherever, even amongst human beings. It's the women's that doing the breastfeeding, doing the nurturing more so than men. We're providing and protecting more so. So then it's a dangerous thing that the boys put in the woman's hand, 100%. The boy should be put in the woman's hand up to a certain point. Once he step away from boyhood, beginning to start getting to manhood, that's when daddy will be, hey man, daddy should be there anyway all the time. But we understand mother is a nurture, women is nurtured by nature. No, you don't have to tell a woman, hey, love on that child, feed that child. By nature, some man, once that baby get here, that's my child. He gonna go off with his buddies, go to a ball game, go to the club, whatever. While the woman is giving all the attention to the child. But that's most men, but a lot of men are there, like my brother Cruz, brother Charles, they there like 100% with their kids, Hey man, I'm here, baby. I'm here for you. Sometimes we ought to be told what to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Better go in there and fix this and fix that for the baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't mind as long as I'm being told the right way and with the right intention. If it's out of line, then I'll straighten it out, but I got to be careful how I do it. Because, man, we're supposed to be a team. We're supposed to work in unison, not be in combat with one another. So I found a lot of times, man, that we as men, we ain't been taught properly. It was 12 children in my family. I'm his right number 10 child. I'm number 10. Man, there's a lot of things that my older brothers and sisters got that I didn't get from mom and daddy. So I realized the things I got from mom and daddy that they didn't get. Because I came along the latter years of their relationship that my older brothers and sisters didn't get. But I don't want to talk too much. I'm talking too much.
Hey, you know what? Oh yeah,
somebody say something.
let's say something, Cruz. Go ahead, Cruz.
Yeah.
I can go after you,
No,
Cruz.
I mean, there's a lot of things I agree with as far as but the culture, this culture has been telling women that it's okay to be a hookup culture. It's okay to be going around sleeping with a bunch of men. I said this new culture is really telling women that it's okay to be going around sleeping with a bunch of men, or putting your body out there in these apps, but like OnlyFans, and it's okay to be just like a man. It's not okay. It's not okay because a man wants a woman that has, if it's possible, you want to be the first one in her life. And
you want one with some virtue, man.
This new culture now is like a lot of these women are damaged goods, just like men too. Men are doing this hookup culture, trying to sleep with a bunch of women, and on TV they're showing you it's okay, but
right
it's
on,
not
brother.
okay. It's not okay. It's not okay for a man to be sleeping around or a woman to be sleeping around. We're supposed to be respected of each other, but that's what they show on TV. They show on TV that hey, women can do it, men can do it. It's just like I said, it's just stuff they teach you on TV, on these shows, on the government. And it's like a part of you gets lost, like you said you was quoting the Bible earlier. What happens when you sleep around with another woman? And that spirit also gets in you too.
Soul ties, cool.
So you have to be real careful, because a lot of men right now are going, instead of saying I want to marry this woman because I'm in love, it's actually lust. And then when you married a woman because you see her body and she's nice looking and nice figure, that marriage is not going to last but maybe a couple of weeks or a month, and you're done, because you really never were putting that time and effort into making sure that it was the right woman for you, or the woman never put in the time and effort to make sure the man was right for her. There's a lot of women that they like the bad boys, but then when they get into an age where they don't have that body anymore, they don't look the same way they do, and the bad boys don't want them anymore. Now they want to go for the good guys. The guys who they never even looked at when they were younger. They didn't even want to touch those guys. The guys who were, trying to work, trying to make it get a good job, get a good education. They wouldn't even look at those guys back then, and now they want them because the bad boys they wanted, they don't give them time of day now. So it's a big mess, and then we have to find a way out of that.
Man, I agree 100%, Cruz. I agree 100%. And a lot of times women don't be realizing that men neither, right? Women, trust you, man. My sisters, I'm not trying to beat nobody up. I'm not trying to talk nobody down. But because those doggish men's out there, they out for what they out for. And every man you sleep with, it's a scientific fact. It's a scientific fact. Every man you have slept with or sleep with, he leaves his DNA. If he deposited in you, he leaves his DNA behind in you. It's a scientific fact. And sometimes women's trying to figure out, right, what's wrong? What's wrong with me? Why I'm acting this way? Why I feel this way? It's because that man has deposited something in you that you don't really realize that he left himself in you. He left a piece of him in you. And so you got what's now called soul ties. The Bible says that when a man sleeps with a woman, the two become one. Two become one. And now you got what's called a soul tie out there, right? Trying to figure out, why am I still latched on to this person, even though we ain't together no more, and they called me this and caused me that kind of problem. Why am I still deviating in my mind toward this man or toward this person? Because you know, there's a soul tie there.
That's
right
right.
there, we don't realize that there's a soul tie. You know,
That's right.
there's a depiction out there on the internet. Go to Google soul tie, and you'll see a picture of a woman with her breasts open up. All those souls are the men that she had been with inside of her.
Yeah, I
You
saw
know,
that.
like Cool was saying earlier. Excuse me, Charles.
No, I say I saw that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. And like Cool was saying earlier, you know, every man wants a virtuous woman, a virtuous woman. Every man wants a virtuous woman. I mean, we understand, man. Come on now. At the age we at now, everybody on the platform is 40 or above. We know that, and I'm older than that. We all know that you ain't finna go out there and meet no woman this day and time, and she ain't been with somebody else besides you.
Right.
That's right.
I mean, come on, man. You know,
and you know what, Dave? Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave. I mean, I was trying to add on to what you were saying before I forgot my thought, but go ahead. I got it now.
Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, because you said something, but I thought about it, then I forgot. Then you started talking again. Now it came back to me. I just want to mention, piggyback on what you were saying. Men, because I know I was beating up the women, it seemed like a little bit when I first spoke, but going back to the foundation of what God say, how can you be a man of God, call yourself a God-fearing man, go to church, stand before the altar, pray, you a deacon in church, and you well known in the community, you're doing pretty good, got a nice job, and you're doing well and everything. But God himself said, you can get on your knees all you want to. You can pray to me all you want to. I won't even hear your prayers if you ain't treating your wife right. So if you a man, God-fearing man, you praying or whatever, God said he will not hear your prayers because you are abusing and mistreating your wife, whether it's physically, mentally, spirit, or whatever it may be. So that tell us right there. I want to throw that out there for the women, so it would look like I was one-sided, because I'm not. This is a two-way thing. But I think overall, we fail to realize is that the woman is the weakest vessel. And that don't mean that, look, she's the most precious, beautiful thing God created in the world. If you want to be serious about it, because them angels, them 200 angels that was the watchers, they couldn't even stop control themselves. They went down there and slept with the women. So they tell you how beautiful women are, the precious thing God ever made on earth. Because they have a lot of power over us just with the way they look and the way they sound, just different things about them. Man, it take a strong man and make him weak. So we have to understand that women have to understand that Satan is in their ear. The same way he was in Eve's ear in the garden, he in their ear today. Now, a lot of this do come from slavery too. We affected by slavery because of what was done to the man in front of the woman. And my race, far as I know, is the only race where they say, well, I'm an independent black woman. She doing good for herself. And but where your man? Where your husband? Your life is not complete with that. I don't care what you have accomplished. I don't care what you are doing. So you have to understand that I don't hear other races saying that, but that was done through us through slavery, because I think they were attacked the hardest. Now moving on to back to what I was saying about what God was saying about marriage. God was saying that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Now that's an order right there for you. I mean, that's an order. You know what I'm saying? Even God is the head of Christ. So why did he line it up like that would be my answer. So since we all off track today and we fighting against the demonic system, so the family structure won't be built, I want women too to keep one thing in mind, that we are not, that these God-fearing men that are here for you, you're gonna have to trust us. You're gonna have to give us a chance to show that we can be good men. We can provide for you. We can treat you right like God said. It's out there, the media in the world is just putting it out there like it's none of us, because they want to brainwash you with that. So I just want them to stay motivated and positive, and remember that if a wife, when the Bible say that a man found a wife, he found a good thing, that woman, she's already a wife. You don't get with her and just make her a wife. Her characters, her personality, everything she does, the way she carries herself, she's already a wife. You just found a good thing. So, hats off to all the women. That's why we pull out your chair for you. That's why we open the door for you. That's why we carry you over the threshold. This is why we get on one knee, because God said we the protector, we the server, and you can't be the head that way. And when you the head, we are under a curse. So it doesn't mean that you are not important, that God don't love you as well. It means that we are here to protect you, because we know how deceitful Satan is. And God created that man a certain way to conquer Satan, and he created that woman a certain way to support. And basically, man, it's the money system that we're fighting against. And what's kind of scary to me down the road is that, and I'm hoping, praying things can change, is that when this demonic system kicks in, as far as the New World Order, with the when the Bible say that a day's work is worth a wheat of bread, and how the prices go up on everything, and Satan is trying to get people to take the mark of the take the mark of the beast and all this. Women, when stuff get chaos out there, women need men to protect them. Women need men to cover them. Even the Bible speaks about when a woman husband get killed or die, how she's a widow, how we all supposed to step in, how the church should step in, and we should help this woman and all that. I mean, God said that for a reason, because he knew. He knew.
I mean, it's interesting what y'all saying. Black women are interesting to me because they are the only group that seems like, they promote being so-called independent when we all interdependent. Nobody's truly independent, because you need society, you need a network to help you keep, get resources and utilize things. So that's not, it's interesting with white women. If people talk about the women's rights to vote, and people don't understand the history behind that, the most powerful white women didn't care about the vote. We want to know why they didn't care about the vote? Because they had the pillow talk. That was their way of voting. They control their men in the bedroom. They control the home. They control the finances. So they didn't care about no damn vote. They say, my husband owns the New York Times. My husband owns this bank or whatever, this, that. So I just talk to him at night, whisper in his ear what I want, and they get it. And the thing about it is, Black women have been trained not to respect their men. They've been programmed not to respect their men. Black women say, we're the most educated, but y'all the most alone. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, y'all the most by yourself. You like to be single and very available for the wrong things. And also, women should not want to be like men. I don't see no problem with men sleeping around. Women cannot sleep around like that, because they take on demonic possession. Like, that once the dude insert himself and deposit in the bank, it stays there for a while. There's residue. There's even cases of women having babies that have more than one father DNA. Whatever, there's an urban legend, but I'm saying you go on the internet, this baby got more than one biological father. It's a rare case, of course, but women trying to be men, that's the problem. There's an imbalance. We need more masculine. Even like, you look at how we treat our juveniles. Like in Memphis, they give the juveniles 19-point system where they allow 19 tries to break into your car to smash and grab what they want. That's like a woman designed that to me. And then you got men that are not merely men, they're males, because they want to be compliant. Yes, honey. Yes, dear. A happy life is a happy wife. No, it's not. That's an early grave. That's an early grave for you. Stop giving everything to these women, and women got to be held accountable. Women should not be in certain positions of power. I'm sorry. These are women telling me this. I don't like my woman boss. I don't want a woman to be president. This ain't a man. It's not a misogynistic man. This is women saying this. I don't want a woman president. I don't want a woman boss. We can't get along. I have talked to people of women that work at corporations where nothing but women at the head. It's all chaos. Nothing but women. Then when there's guys in so-called leadership positions, they're really just males. They're really just pieces of furniture. They don't say anything. They don't have no strong opinion about nothing. They're afraid if I speak my mind, I won't get no kitty cat. I won't pet the kitty. Well, hell, sometimes you don't need to pet the kitty all the time. You need to value yourself more than you value the kitty cat. Value is because a man, it's something about a man. A man gets power by his name and by his accomplishment. If you are accomplished and you built your name, you always have access to the kitty cat. But yeah, I see dudes pandering to these women, and these women don't respect you because all you do is be their doormat. They don't respect that. And I had to learn it the hard way. They don't respect nobody that's always compliant and always go along to get along to keep the peace. No. I mean, it's already chaotic like it is. Just tell the truth. A lot of women are out of pocket. A dude, I gotta go to the gym and work out. A woman could have 3 stomachs, and everybody want her. Wear all this crazy weave and all these long 8-foot peacock style eyelashes. Oh, she's a queen. No, you want a queen look like? Go back to them Jet Beauty of the Week magazines from the 50s. Jet magazine got their whole archive online. Look at the Jet Beauty of the Week from the 50s and 60s and 70s. Look at what we call beauty now. And compare how they was. You had black women with some class, with some intelligence, with some knowledge of self. You had some real queens. And I'm not saying all, but I mean, it's like what I see right now leaves a lot to be desired. I'm be honest with you. And I'm not going to put up with it just because they women. They need to hear the truth. Yeah, stop being a man. You need to choose to be a man, not because you got a penis and balls. You just a male. Be a man. Speak your mind and stand on something, and stop pandering to these people. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I said beautiful women really don't need no makeup.
Right.
Women don't need no makeup. To me, a woman is attractive without no makeup.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard people saying, well, if the wife's not happy, nobody's happy. Like, no. If she's not happy, that's on her. I'm going to be happy.
That's right.
Ron?
If the wife's not happy, nobody's happy. No. If she's not happy, she's going to have to make herself happy because I'm going to be happy.
That's right. It's a choice. You're not responsible for happy. You're not responsible for that.
I'm with you on that, Cruz. I'm with you on that, man. But that's why I say understanding come in. That understanding gonna bring a lot of stuff together. When people understand each other, you understand why that woman is not happy, and you can, sit down and have a talk with her. Why that man is not happy, you can sit down and have a talk with him, try to come to some kind of common ground to why, because it can be a number of things, right, cause a person to be unhappy. But something that Brother Ron said. Man, one of the most powerful tools in any relationship between an intimate couple, one of the most powerful tools, man. Man, I guarantee you, y'all out there listening, very few of y'all, I guarantee you, after you finish making love, over in the wee hours in the morning, whenever it may be, 2, 3, 1 o'clock in the morning, whatever, after you finish, how often do you lay there and have pillow talk, husband and wives? I'm talking about husband and wife. I ain't talking about just relationships.
Right.
But y'all too. Y'all included too. But husband and wife. How many times when pillow talk you argue? You don't argue in pillow talk. Pillow talk is always calm and serene. Because you done got what you want. You relax, she relax. You done relax her. You done massage her, whatever you want to massage. I ain't talking about her body. But you done massage her, sensually, you done massage her. She relaxed now. You relax now. Y'all can talk about whatever. Baby, I went in the bank the other day and I took out $300 and I ain't mean to do it. And I spent it on me, so-and-so. No, man can't get mad. Right. You can't even get mad. Yeah, baby, we're going to work things out. I'm going to look into it tomorrow. You can't get mad. Baby, you know something, baby? I went down south the other day. I lost $1,000. For real, baby. Behind pillow talk. Behind pillow talk. I mean, behind sex, man, behind you being making love, man, you can almost talk about anything. The person won't get mad. Pillow talk is important. That's when hey, you know something, baby? it's something that you've been doing that, you know, really been bothering me, and I wish you would stop it. Okay, baby, I'm gonna stop it. You know, pillow talk, man. Pillow talk, man, is powerful, Ron.
Yeah.
It's powerful. And another thing, man, this is a mayoral situation, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking from a male egotistic point of view, right? No, I don't want no woman being male neither.
Right.
I don't want no woman being male neither. But I wouldn't mind having a woman that's male if she's gonna be a dog. No. Now we talk about a woman being a dog. You know what that means, right?
Tell us.
That means something else. But let me explain this right here. Now, a woman being a dog, she handle her business.
Okay.
She don't care what folks say, man. It's about getting things done. Man, all these folks that's running. You got Mr. Bonner, Mr. JW, whatever his name is. You got Mr. All these folks, man.
Yeah.
What have y'all put on the table that you're gonna do for the city and do for black and brown people in Memphis?
Right.
That ain't nobody else did. Because Warden did nothing.
Right.
Harrington did a lot. Warden did absolutely nothing. He built that dog shelter over there, make them folks happy. You put those bike lanes all in the street, and we know why you done that.
Right.
We know why the bike lanes got put in the street, Mr. Warden. Want to ask your son why? You know why the bike lane got put in the street.
Yeah.
Man,
Hey,
so man, I'm saying, man, we need to ask these folks, excuse me, y'all. We need to ask these folks, write down to me, give me in a written letter what you plan on doing for the city, and you're gonna put in 100% to try to get it done. Then I'll vote for you. Otherwise, man, I don't care about none of them.
Right.
I don't care about, I'm ranting right now. I'm upset. I don't care about none of them. Because none of them gonna do nothing but keep on doing the same thing that's going on right now. This is the worst mayor we ever had in this city. We got right now. Worst mayor we ever had. Memphis looked terrible.
Yeah, but
nationally and locally.
Yeah, and you know what? And I don't.
I got one last thing, Charles, you don't mind.
Okay.
And about being a man, being a man, a real bona fide man. I ain't just talking about a male. Because see, a man gonna stand up for what he believes in. And if he right about his conviction, he don't care what folks say. I don't care about you not liking me. It's things about me I don't like. I know it needs to be refined. So man, all I want is what's right, is what's best for me, my family, for the city, for the state and nation as wide, nation as a whole. But anytime you stand up and be a man, I'm telling you, I applaud Malcolm, Medgar. I applaud them. But they all got gunned down for standing up.
Yeah.
They all got ostracized for standing up. They all got ostracized for what they believe in was right. And they was right. They got ostracized for that. So don't think, man, that you being a man gonna come at an easy price or cost ain't no price on it. It's a price on being a man, even in your own household.
Yeah.
Right. Now you know what? And man, you hit it dead on the head. And what Cruz and Ron was saying too, I just think that a woman shouldn't be the head. At some things you shouldn't be the head of, because it's not a knock on the woman. It's because God created her to operate off. She operates off emotions. She operates off of feelings, and when it comes to decisions in the world, especially at high places, you can't operate off of that. And even though they try, it always goes back to them operating off their feeling and emotion, because they were created for to nourish. But let me say this too, when it comes to marriages. If to the women out there, if you using your body and you using your sex to get leverage or get over on your man or your husband, you gonna have to give an account for that, because God say that your body is not yours, the husband is not yours, and the wife is not yours, because you become one then. Even when you get through fasting, I'm gonna tell you just how important it is. Even when you get through fasting, God say, come back together. Let your spouse know you finna fast, and then after you get through fasting, come back together so you won't be tempted by Satan. You see how important that is. So Now, this is my opinion. I believe, this is my opinion, that men want sex a little more than women do. And I could be wrong. I'm just going off my experience. But I know some women out there want just as much as men do too. But to the men out there, if your wife is giving you sex when you want it, and everything is probably going along okay in the marriage, little ups and downs, and you still go out and sleep with another woman, you know, you got to give an account for that. We understand that it's adultery, but you know, you got to give an account because your wife is doing what she's supposed to do, and you still want to be a hoe going in the streets, and your wife is not withholding sex from you. So to the man and the woman, you know, we both got a part to play. We both need to come together. And how many marriages where people pray together? I mean, where couples pray together. You know, as a man, when I got married, I said, you know, let's pray together let's pick a day out of the week. Let's pray together, no matter what day. You know, just come together. And as a man, I would get my wife, I'll get her by the hand, get on the knees and pray. You know, pray for our marriage or whatever may be going on. Sometimes we don't even ask God for nothing. We just want to give thanks. So men, women, those women who want to be submissive and want that good man, they want you to lead. And for those men that won't lead and that you taking a back seat and letting that woman run that house, you got to give an account for that, all of it. And that's not good, because your son should not be coming in your house smelling like weed or drunk or going out committing crime, and he got a mama and a daddy at home. Now, something's wrong with that. Now, we all make our own choices. I know sometimes you raise kids the best you can, but hey, you know, 99% of the time, if a man's in that house and you the head and you doing what you're supposed to do, that young boy that's in that house, he ain't finna go out there and do the thing that he do, you know. And the system is already attacking our children, because look at all our schools, look at all your educational systems, colleges, and it's not as bad, but all your from elementary on up to high school. What the men? Ain't have no more men no more. What, the coach? Just one man. Do you know there's some boys out there, they don't get to see, they don't have to hear no man's voice maybe for a whole day or week unless they see somebody out in public. You got women preachers today with pastors that shouldn't be pastors. You got the school that they hear a woman voice in there all day. They go to church Sunday, they hear voices of a woman all day. And what else you got where women be the mostly as running thing? You got aunties and just, you know, I don't know, grandmas, and when there's no men around, that's not good, because we need to we have to be there in order to line things up with God, like God say, so we can overcome the devil. And that's why the devil's really winning today. I'm gonna be honest, he winning, and that's why that's why the divorce rate, the divorce, huh?
It looked like he's winning.
But well, I'm gonna say this right here. Well, you have to say that it is, because you know you have single parenting, you have more what I'm looking for, divorce rate is real high, and more children out of wedlock. So when I was young, if you told me, hey Charles, don't have sex before you marry. Now don't get me wrong, I was educated a little bit from my parents. You know, you know, don't go out there and get no baby and get on drugs, go to school, and don't catch no disease. And if you have sex, you know, you use protection and all this. But you know, I needed to hear, you don't need to have sex until you get married. You should be fornicating outside of marriage. But you know what I thought? I thought I had to have sex with a woman to know if I want her to be my wife or not. Because if the sex wasn't good, then I ain't want her to be my wife. Now that's God's people perish for a lack of knowledge, because I didn't think no one really wrong with that.
But can I butt in, Charles? Can I butt in for a second, man?
Go right ahead, my brother.
Some you said earlier, man. Some of you said earlier made me think right about this right here. You know, that when you start talking about sex for a man is one thing, is a different thing to a woman. You know, for us it's a physical thing. You know, very very seldom do men get into the mental mentality of sex. Women's are more mental. You call that woman, man, at 8 o'clock in the morning, man. You call that woman at 7 o'clock in the morning, or when you first get up in the morning, right? If she's there with you, and man, good morning, baby. Your voice is a little bit deeper, you know, deeper. You know, it just does something to that woman. She hear that deep voice, you know, and good morning, baby. You know, someday, you know, you calling her, you making that thing personal, man. And baby, you have a good day, blah 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 blah, and you put something on her mind, you know, for later on today. Give her something to think about, you know. And so, man, she's sitting there, man, I can't find the right word. She's sitting there, man, salivating, man, about you being with her later on today. Like a dog see you put a steak in front of a dog. The dog smell that steak, smell that blood in that steak. He want that steak bad. He starts slobbering and growling and all that. He starts salivating. So, man, when you appeal to that woman, man, and when we appeal to that woman in a certain way, man, get her worked up for later on today, that kind of like open up the gate, man. The floodgate just open up, man. And man, before you, I mean, see, a lot of time, man, we as young men, we weren't taught how to man serenade, you know, young guys who were hanging around guys that was players and pimps and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you heard that kind of stuff. I hung around them. I heard the game. I heard the game they pouring out there, right? Man, you gotta go hit her with the ultimate surprise when she unexpecting it. You know, first time I met a girl, first time I blew a girl, man, y'all gonna laugh, man. Y'all remember stage planks? Yeah. Stage plank cooking.
Yeah.
I bought her a stage plank and a double cola. Show you how long ago that been.
Okay.
One of the older guys taught me that. He said, man, hit her with a surprise, man, that she won't see coming. I bought her a stage plank and a double cola, man. 60-ounce double cola. Blew her man. Girl fell all over me, man. This man couldn't get away from me. What having no sex? What having no sex then, man? But just, man, you know, no, I want to be my girlfriend. And that's how I wooed her. So sometimes, man, you know, I mean, you know, women are different from me. They have to get worked up sometimes to get into you. And so they'll give you whatever you want, however much you want, you know. But you got to make things right, man. You know, you just can't just, hey, wife or girlfriend, it don't matter. You know, you ain't wooing her or whatever the case might be. Sometimes they're going to say, no, not right now. I don't feel good, whatever, you know. But, you know, it is what it is, man. We more physical when women are more mental. And we have to realize that they are different creatures than we are. They don't see things how we see things. They're different. They're built different. They're made different. They are the most fragile of the two beings, male and female. They're more fragile. So we have to look at it, man. We have to be delicate. You know, we have to meet them where they at. They meet us where we at. You know, that's a piece of my opinion.
Well, Brother Cruz, got anything you want to add to that, or piggyback off of? Or Brother Charles, anybody?
No, I said, well, like Dave was saying about, you guys were saying about earlier about some of the women, you know, how, like you were talking about mainly like the black community, you know, black women, how they were, you know, a lot of women now get mad when men try to go out of the country and find wives because they want a more traditional wife, a more traditional woman. And some of the guys are leaving the country, going outside, going to Asia, or maybe, you know, South America, or even Africa, you know, going to find these more traditional women. And women from the U.S., not only black women, but, you know, even Hispanics and white women get mad because these men are going out of the country finding women. But you're making it so men don't have a choice.
Right.
You know, you're pushing us. You're pushing men. I said men because I'm not in the. I'm not considered one of those anymore because, you know, I'm married. But, you know, they're pushing men out.
You know better.
Yeah, I know, man. I know, man. But you know, they're pushing men out, you know, to find these women, these traditional women. They're trying to say I'm independent. I don't need a man, but yet when you know, in your 40s and 50s, you're gonna be stuck with these cats.
Right.
That's all you gonna be a bunch of cats and dogs all over you because
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
men
3,
are
4
gonna be
dogs.
going
Yeah.
outside. You know, men have more how do I say more choices. You know, men have more choices and women going out of the country trying to find these more traditional women. They want to find these women that are, hey, I want this woman to cook for me, to be a good wife, you know, just stuff like that. Because I know some women that you know, they want a man, but they want to keep on going, you know, to the club. No, you can't do that.
Can't
You
happen,
know,
man.
when
Can't
I
happen.
got like when I got married, I stopped going to all those things. Because you know, I was, you know, married with a family now. You know, I'm not saying I wasn't going out with friends and, you know, having a couple of drinks, but you know, going out to clubs and stuff. You know why we go out to clubs. So if I'm already married, I don't need to go out to clubs. I already got my
Looking for a
woman, my
pickup.
wife. I don't need to go find more women because why would they? Then I shouldn't have got married there in the first place if I needed to go find more women. But some of these women, they still want to keep going to clubs. They still want to be going to with their friends going out of town. And I mean, you know why they go out of town? We're not dumb, you know. We know where they go out
Right.
of town. They want
Girl
because
trip.
That's right.
they're already meeting up with the other guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
you know, men are trying. You know, they're trying to find find a woman that's going to be you know there, and you're going to be the only man for her.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know a lot. Like I said, a lot of women are getting mad, but you know, you're leaving guys no choice.
And you know what, too, Cruz, and you're exactly right. And these women, they need to stop. Uh, they need to stop letting these gay guys think that what they are doing is okay. When you don't see heterosexual men, straight men, hanging with gay guys. You ain't got to hate nobody. You ain't got to what you know none of that. Treat that person bad or nothing because you don't accept their personal sexual lifestyle, and I have that right to. But you have women out there that want a good man, but yet you will hang with a gay guy and let him think that that's accepted on what he's doing, and that's not right. That you got. How is God gonna send you a husband? How he's gonna give you send you a good man and what you need, but yet your friend over here that's a man that's supposed to be a man that's gay, and you hang with him and y'all talk and act like women, hey girl, and all this other stuff, and you make him think that's okay. So if he can't hang with the women, and if the gay guy can't hang with heterosexual straight men, then you know that helps them to come to their self and say, you know, I'm by myself and maybe this ain't right, you know. So it's every little righteous steps helps in our community. And and I'm just saying to these women that got gay friends, I ain't saying you can't talk to them or they can't be your friend, but you don't need to be going out to the club with them. You don't need to go to the mall shopping and they acting like they twisting and stuff and got stuff on, and then you hang with them, y'all laughing, talking, and having drinks and wine and all that stuff there. So you make him think that that's okay, but yet you want a man. God ain't gonna send you no man like that.
You know, Charles,
Yeah, go ahead.
piggyback on what you're saying, Charles, is that I don't care. No, really, I don't care who a woman hang out with. No, I don't care. I don't care who a guy hang out with. It's your business. It's your preference. You know, because people gonna be who they're gonna be, regardless of whether we want them to be something that we want them to be or not. But I learned this right here. All you gotta do is look at a person close circle. Look at their close. I don't mean a circle. I mean a close circle. No, you got a circle. You got an inner circle. You got a circle. You got an inner circle. The inner circle is the people, man, who got influence on you, who can get in your ear, get inside your head with their comments and their thoughts and all that kind of stuff. You know, like you and Cruz and Ron, you know, I consider y'all like in my inner circle. Things y'all can say can influence me one way or another. Hey, bro, Dave, why you doing so and so, man? You know, can really get on me, right? but there's somebody else right out there, right, who just talking, I don't pay them no mind. Because I value y'all opinion of me, because y'all know me. But man, show me your inner circle, man, and I'll pretty much show you who you are. Or
that's what I was saying.
Who you are. You'll tell me who you are by looking at your inner circle.
And,
see, man,
and that's why I was saying that, Dave. That's why I was saying that, because some of these females got them gay guys in their inner circle, and they have influence over them. You'd be surprised how many of them gay guys have influence over their female friend.
You know why?
You know why
a woman would go that route. You know why a woman or man would go that route.
Wow.
You know why a woman or man would go that route.
Why?
Tell her.
For the most part, man, low self-value. Low self-value. Hey man. If you're a man of high values, right? You're gonna have people around you that are of high value. They ain't gonna say certain things, they ain't gonna do certain things that's gonna conflict with who you are. Or they're gonna support your character. They're gonna support who you are, man. So then whoever's around you whoever's around you is supporting who you are. No, these people around my back got me covered. Just like, take Dion, man, for instance, right? I like Dion. I like what Dion is doing. I like what Dion is doing in college football. He's changing the culture of college football, for one. But last night I heard something said last night that on the sideline you couldn't tell whether there was a BET award or what, because all them folks a lot of them people who was invited to the sideline last night. Hey man, I don't need all these folks, man, on my sideline who, man, I don't know how I'm gonna say this right here, right?
Go ahead and say
Some people might say, well, man, you shouldn't be saying that. Hey man, what I need The Rock, Three Amigos, all them folks. Why I need all these folks why I need Lil Wayne on my sideline for? Man, I don't like nothing about this, me personally. I don't like nothing about Lil Wayne. I don't like nothing about his music he sings. Nothing. Because, man, it's deplorable. And the industry got him out there, right, to write this kind of stuff to keep our kids messed up.
It's political.
He's making money. It's political. He's a gatekeeper. He's a gatekeeper. So then he on the sideline with Dion, man. Dion, brother, you're doing a good job. You're a man amongst men. You're raising young men. You're giving them guys characters and everything. You're raising character. You're raising up character. You don't need all these Rick Ross. He even got a play called a Rick Ross play. It's an unbounded land play. It's called a Rick Ross unbounded land play. It's a power run to whatever side you run into. It's called a Rick Ross. I said, man, Dion, man, some things, man, I understand, man. You can't keep on putting God in the world together. You're going to either be in God or you're going to be in the world. Hey, man, show me who your friends are. I'll show you what you're all about. Plain and simple, man. Some things, man, man. I say that, show me a person, man. I'm around them long enough and watch them long enough. I can tell you where their self-value is at. When you found a woman, man, got girlfriends with booty all out, breasts all out, eyelashes 1 inch long and everything, right? Can you hold her eyes open, eyelash so here? Man, something wrong with that picture. Baby, come on. You ain't got to do all that for me. Like Cool said, just be natural. Beauty is natural, man. Lena Horne didn't start wearing makeup until she got old. When her beauty started fading, then when her beauty started fading, she started hiding herself. She died, man. She died in obscurity. She died hiding herself. Because when her beauty started fading, man, makeup couldn't help her no more. She was naturally beautiful. So you want to show me you? I don't want to see you with all that stuff on. Weed, makeup, booty pads, all that stuff. And then when you get out of all that stuff, this you? Yeah, dog, you scared me.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And you know what? You say that some women, man, and you so right, they insecure. And they feel like they are not beautiful, but they have to put all this makeup on, and they have to show a lot of skin, a lot of their body, a lot of cleavage for their breasts and thighs and just everything they have to show. And don't get me wrong, some of those women out there that do that are some beautiful women and built up nice, and and they know how they look. At the same time, though, I can't put it on on the woman 100%, because some men out there, they call for that. They want that. I know men who got women, got a woman, and he want her to, when they go out, to show everything. Nice, fine woman. Why you want your woman to show all that cleavage and show this and that to get all that attention? Why would you want that? But some men out there want that. You'd be surprised how many out there do. So it's a society. It's that new millennium thing. I don't know what to say. How long we've been doing it, but I know as time go on, each generation is getting worse and worse and worse, and it's starting to get to the point where you know they are like halfway naked now. I was watching a commercial. Uh, Sometime I flick through the channels, and most time I watch the Weather Channel or little sports. But you know how you go up between VH1 and BET and some of them other channels like that, man, it's ridiculous. So if a woman can come on TV like a BET was, whatever, and they can show all this stuff, now what they have, two men kissing. So on a commercial, you see, I mean, it's talking about a drug, right? But yet these two men right here are hugged like they are family, and it's not just they hugging now. Now they're actually showing on a commercial on TV, two men actually putting their lips together on TV.
Right.
So so that's why I was saying that I don't, these times are gonna get worse. You're gonna see a lot more things being exposed when it come to sexual things, because it saves time. In this country we in, this satanic system, it's calling for that, and a lot of, and we're losing a lot of our children into it, and because back to what we saying on the show, the man is not the head no more. In a lot of houses, these children raising themselves. How can a female work a decent job and raise two kids and pay rent, car note, insurance, cell phone, and utilities and food and all that too, and still have time to raise your kids? It was set up for failure, and it's really, man, until we get back to the foundation of the way God lined us up, we won't see what we are supposed to see until then, because if it's not lined up that way, man, it's chaos and confusion. It is.
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot of stuff y'all have put out here for the people to digest, for food for thought. And I was thinking about, you look at somehow the reason why a lot of these women look crazy. They got gay male stylists, and what a lot of these women don't understand is that's your competition. They ain't your friend. He's your competition, or it, or
Exactly.
they, or them. That's your competition. So they got you
Exactly.
looking all crazy, so they can look more appealing. I ain't saying all of them, but the thing about it is like I remember having a conversation with women down in Atlanta. Atlanta is an interesting place for sexuality and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sisters were complaining to me and said, "Ron, we can't compete with these strippers. These dudes, they go to the strip club, they end up not only falling in love with the strippers, but marrying the strippers. So you got a lot of women, they church going women and all this stuff. Like, I can't get a man because all he wants strippers this and strippers that. Then some of the guys complain, why they always at the club? Because you met them at the strip club, dude. That's who
Yeah.
they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you marry an alcoholic, don't expect them to go to AA after y'all get married or quit. They gotta want to quit it. And what people gotta understand, like what Brother Cruz talking about, I'm not responsible for her happiness. Everybody's responsible for their happiness. Nobody can make you happy. You gotta make you happy. That's nobody's obligation to make you happy. But at the same time, I really do believe this. People can say what they want. I believe that men should be allowed to have more than one woman, wife. I think that's the problem. Men, we're not monogamous by nature. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just some practice and stuff like that. But you go back to the Bible, you have men with more than one wife. And I think men should be legally allowed to have more than one wife in this country. Because the thing about this country is such a hypocritical country, because you got R. Kelly in prison, but a lot of people, my family, I have a uncle that's passed away. He was 25 when he married my aunt who was 14 or 15. I think she was 15. But they was married for almost 70 years. So I mean, like a lot of us wouldn't be here without child brides. Let's be honest. Let's stop making this taboo. You know, people have we call that secret families. A lot of times these families don't meet until the funeral of the patriarch. You know, let's be honest. You know, that's the reason why they want you to mess with an old girl around the corner, because that's your sister. No, but nobody want to be honest and transparent about how they do. I don't believe you can cheat on anybody unless you wasn't honest about your intentions. You should be honest about when you engage somebody in a relationship like that. Look, I want to see more than one person. I'm attracted to more than one person. I love you, but I like other things as well to other people. So like you should give a person a chance to say no or yes. I think a lot of people are afraid because of rejection. I think the best way to live is to be authentically you. I think that's the best way to live, because if studies proven that if you go in a room full of strangers, it's gonna be a certain percentage in that room that will never like you. You could save their lives. You give them $1 million, they'll still hate your guts. It's not because so the thing about it, you gotta make peace and say, look, I can't control what people think about me or how they view me, but I can control how I think of view myself. You know, and another thing about, I'm not knocking women, but like even I had a bad experience with a woman therapist 20 years ago. That stopped me from seeking therapy, dealing with this black woman therapist. It was crazy. I was like, I can't do this crap. But then, like, I'm in therapy now, but I made sure I want a male therapist. They'll try to give me a woman therapist. She might be good, but I need a male therapist. I can't, and I got the right one. I'm glad I got that. I fought to have a male therapist. Men are needed in these positions, especially in therapy. We undervalue ourselves. We overvalue kitty cat. We overvalue.
Hey, Ron, can I share something with you, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
The best therapist I have had was with my sisters, man. I had 5 sisters. I got 3 sisters now that's living.
Okay.
And 2 of my older sisters have been my best therapy because they was honest with me. They was honest with me. They knew me. They understood me. They was honest with me about what I wanted, because they knew me. They understood me, and they was honest about the woman that I went to them about, right? You know, and they gave me straight out from a woman's perspective. You know, baby, let's just talk to you for a minute. Let me tell you what you're doing. Let me tell you who you're dealing with, because you know, like a lot of times, you know, game can peep game. You know, see you. No, like a lot of times, man, what get me, man, guys in the streets, on the job, whatever the case might be, because man, you walk around with your shirt buttoned all the way to the top, they think you're a nerd, or you just whatever, you don't know nothing, right? See, man, the strongest game is game that's not peep, game that's not exposed. You keep yourself on the cover, right? Let them talk, man. Let them play that game. But see, man, she think that you stupid or something. He think you stupid. Let them think that. You just roll with the punches, man. You know, my sister taught me that, baby, this sister tell you something. Blank, blank, and blank, and blank. And so, because my sisters knew me, they know me, they can help me better than any therapist could, you know. And so I took that advice, man, some advice I didn't take. I didn't find it applicable for me. Wow. So then, but I took some of the advice and it worked, Ron. And so, but I learned, man, that another thing, what Charles hit on earlier, I think one of y'all hit on earlier, about women. Man, about men going to clubs and strip joints and all that, meeting this and meeting that, out there in the strip joint, marrying them, all that. Man, first of all, where all that stuff started at, man? Because at one time there was something called Playboy magazine. Y'all remember that? I think Playboy magazine, Hustler, other names, right? And guys had the books laying around the house. He worked for a different company, these factories and stuff. They be all in the men's bathroom. They got something way more powerful than that now. It's called the internet. It's called cell phone. It's called get on cell phone. Go over in the corner somewhere, go in the bathroom somewhere and look at pornography. Man, I don't care what y'all say. It ain't no secret. You ain't hiding from nobody but yourself. And man, women cannot compete with what these guys seeing on this pornography, man, on these phones, on this internet. They can't compete, man. And then guys go like, man, that ain't making no love. That ain't love making, man. That ain't love making. Let me just be blunt with you. It's called screwing. It's screwing. And ain't no spiritual fulfillment in that. And then, man, once you have once you have climax or whatever the case might be, then man, you fall into a pit or something. You gotta build back up another week or two to build back up. Cause man, what you just did, man, just took out of you, man, vital life. And man, you gave it to somebody you ain't supposed to give it to. Didn't even deserve it. You know, in a shake joint. So I've never been in a shake joint in my life. I've been invited, never been in one. 61 years old, never been in a shake joint. I had people invite me to bachelor parties, all that kind of stuff. Man, I don't want to go to no shake joint, man. For what? Shake
And you know
joint at
what?
home.
And you know what, Dave? To piggyback on what you said, you and Ron was saying about the sex, you know, they have all kind of AA programs and they have all kind of support. And I know they have support for this too, but sex, let's just be honest with ourselves. Sex feels good, okay? And sex is pleasure, and it's also just like gambling and alcohol and drugs and stuff. People out there are addicted to sex. You know, it needs to be, and I know they got support groups for people like that, but it's very few, and you hardly ever hear of it. And it's like it's a hush-hush thing, but it's not put out there like it should be, like the alcohol and the drugs. And it should be, because people struggle and they need help with that. It's a powerful tool. So I use myself for example. When I didn't struggle with gambling or drugs or all this other stuff like that. I know that when I was coming up as a young boy in my 20s, you know, our nature is high and hormones jumping. I wanted sex all the time. And when I got in relationships and these females, and if my girlfriend, whoever saw that I wanted that, she used that over me and gave herself power over me. I was almost like a slave to it. So you know what I had to do, Ron?
What?
I had to get on my knees and pray and ask God to help me with this. Do not let it overcome me or let it be a slave thing to let me be a slave to it, because you shouldn't put nothing before him. And so until a man accept that fact and said, you know, it's like this. Some men are scared to do that prayer. You know what I'm saying? But if it'll save my soul from going to hell, then I got to make this prayer and ask God to help me and not be an old man, you know, trying and still struggling with that. I have to overcome it. And a lot of times when you and when you can overcome that, it gives you more strength and power to be where you need to be, to where this can't be used against you.
Right. Exactly. That's powerful, man. And like what, go back, you brother Charles and brother Dave. The thing about this is therapeutic for me too as well, and it's therapeutic for a lot of people y'all will never probably meet that's listening to this right now, to listen to it in the replays. Like when you can have therapy where there's honesty. Like your sisters, they were honest with you, and you was able to receive that. When I'm talking about therapy, though, it's like when you are allowed to critically reassess or assess or think about your actions and behaviors and patterns, that you actually taking a time out of your busy schedule to reassess you, focus on you. Why do I do some of the things I do? Why do I crave some of the things I crave? Actually get to know you, because the most important relationship in your life will get it to be knowing you, not nobody else. You are the most important relationship with yourself you will have in your life. So to be honest with yourself, so you can actually build a better version of yourself and not allow people to manipulate you. They might mean well, but the people that we love and care about, they be some of the biggest manipulators in our lives, because they got certain things and needs and agendas and wants they want to get achieved, and they'll use you because of the love connection. Because we connect. I love you. We allow the folks that we love to use us all day long, and nobody else can portray you but those that you love. That, you know. So the thing about it is, I think this is very important that, like, you know, brother Charles was honest about his situation. He realized that he had a problem, and he took he took the other road to solve that problem. And I think a lot of us, like I'm dealing with stuff now. Like, you know, it's weird because you get red flags when you deal with people in relationships. You get red flags. God will send you all type of divine signs, and you ignore them. Because I know, Lord, know what they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You can have a, you know, like if a girl call you that you into, and she got another dude on the phone, they in her bed, talking about, oh, this is my friend Randy. Hey, say hello, Randy. Hey man, how you doing, man? I'm just chilling out with your girl, man. Like, oh, y'all cool. Y'all just watching TV. Y'all watching Nick at Night. Yeah, man, we just walking Nick at Night, man. Yeah. I got you soon, baby. You take care of that. You know good goddamn well. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like your instincts, your intuition, something ain't right with that. Because, like, you know, even you could be the most open-minded, progressive person you think you are. But if your woman, all her friends are close, all her close friends are dudes, you ain't gonna raise no red flag on that. If all her closest friends are dudes and they ain't gay, they ain't no red flag to be raised. I want to ask y'all, how y'all deal with it? If your girl, your main girl, all her closest friends are straight dudes.
Well, I already made the statement, Ron. I made the statement earlier, man.
Okay.
Man, when a woman tell a man, oh, this is my friend, and oh, this is my best friend, he's the guy. Man, that's a code for, man, somebody who she didn't mess with before you, and they still cool. Man, you know, man, I'd have been around the block a time or two, right? And I got friends that women who I've been involved with, man, call me every now and then, want something done that I've been involved with. Yeah. Hey, can you come over here and do this for me? Can you come over here and lay this out for me? I'm going, can you come over here and fix this for me? And man, I've been there already, man. You know, I'm going like, man, you know, I know a booty call when I hear one. I know a crowd for a booty call. You man, I'm necessarily want a booty call. But you gonna tell that guy who you with, oh, me and Dave just cool. Oh man, Dave been there. So then when I hear the same thing about a woman tell me, oh, we just friends. No, come on. I mean, I understand that. I understand. I got some female friends that's married. That's cool. I've never gotten out of the way with them. It has always been business, and everything has always been respectful. But there are some women's, man, who that I'm cool with. They call me their friend, and I've been there. There ain't no secret, brother. Ain't no secret. So then you can play that game all you want to. If a lady asks me, hey, have y'all ever been intimate before? Yeah, been intimate before. I've been there. Ain't no sense. What am I hiding for? So then, man, you know, I don't even play games like that. I don't even like the game being played on me, so I don't play it on nobody else. So come tell me talking about oh, he and I just friends. We go way back to when I first met him in college. That when most booty calls were getting down. And he met somebody in college. Late part of high school, sneaking off from the campus, going by the house somewhere or something. Either my house or her house. You know, yeah, mom and dad at work. Mom and dad ain't nowhere to be seen. Come on, baby, let's go. Come on. Let's leave for lunch. 5th period. Yeah, man. Come back on the 5th period. Lunch on the 4th period. We both got 4th period lunch. We both got 5th period PE. Man, anybody gonna miss me in on PE? That's my football coach. Come on, man. He don't want to see me in PE no way. Man, you want me to get somewhere and sit down and be ready for the game tonight. Right. But now I'm over there, man, you know, doing my thing at the house. Come on, man. People better get real. Fellas.
Go ahead, Cruz.
Fellas.
Yeah, Cruz ain't saying Cruz. I hear you on that, man.
Hey, Dave, you're not gonna get me to spill my beans.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I understand Cruz, but you know, sometimes we have to just keep it real, man. You know, and I understand, you know,
yeah, like you were saying, you know, sometimes like Ron was saying, you know, you can see the writing on the wall, how they say, you know, you can see writing on the wall, man, some people, you know, and like we were talking about that earlier one time about, you know, if you already see the writing on the wall, why do you want to keep on, you know, going forward and getting married, you know? But sometimes also it's hidden from you. Sometimes, you know, it's hidden from you, and it doesn't come out till you get married. Because I was the plan all along. You know, hey, I'm not gonna show my true colors. Once I get what I wanted, then they show the true colors. The other person shows the true colors. So it's hard to you know, to judge somebody sometimes because you don't know what the intentions are.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
they might see somebody hey, he's making $100,000 a year. Once we get married, I'm gonna take some of that money, or you know, it's just and
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
yeah, Cruz.
like Cruz saying is that body count for a man is like something you applaud.
Mhm.
Body count for a woman is something like you shun. Man, you been with who? How many? Hey man, look here. I'm just here to get what I'm gonna get and move on. I don't plan on sticking around. No, my man want no woman with no high body count. It depends, man. It depends.
And you know what?
Most men don't want
No, go ahead.
no woman with no high body count.
Right.
You been with who? You been with him too? And him? And him? Oh Lord, have mercy. Man, come on.
Hey, what about
You know,
Marjorie though? Marjorie Harvey, man, she had a high body count. It looked like it's
man,
still counting.
high body count.
She still want it. They desire her. Man.
Yeah, man. Hollywood in the entertainment industry is like that. They all know, they all in the bed together anyway, man. Steve probably was passing her around since he been with her. I hate to say it, man. You been made, man.
But you and today, hey, you know, and to y'all, you know what? We can take some of that blame too. We can take some of it too. Now, and the reason I say that is because the reason I say that because let's you know, let's take a look at all my life. When I dating, you always ask yourself this: why do I like the color blue? Why do I like the color green? I don't know. I just like them colors. But so when you choose a female, you look at her face and you look at her from head down, how fine and how pretty she is. And a lot of times, you know, it's what we are attracted to. Now, the first thing jumped to my mind, you know, when I was younger, I wasn't looking at how much do I have in common with this young woman? What do she like to do? How do she carry herself, or how do she handle situations when she gets real angry or she's hurt, or you know, you know, and let me see if I can get to know this person. Even like Cruz just said too, shoot, people can hide things from you, men and women, they can hide their hand from you from 2 or 3 years before they really bring out who they really are. So see, love it's not a guarantee. It's always a gamble. But you try to line yourself up with the best, mostly the things that you know that you can test the spirit with. You can see. But we've all chosen our relationships off of what I'm attracted to. Now, is that lust? I don't know. I can't help because some men like big women, some men like skinny women, some men like tall women, some like short. Some like dark, some like light. It just depends. It's not a right or wrong in what you like because God created you that way. But we have to pass down the line and say, hey, look, and share and witness and say, hey, look, this is where I made my mistake. You like that woman? Get to know her. See the things that she likes to do. Is she a woman that likes outside? Does she likes to sit around and watch movies all the time? I mean, find your things in common with her, and then you will know. And if the beauty outweighs the thing in common, then I would recommend that you move on. That you try to find that line to where you can line up and you're going to enjoy doing things together, because that's going to be more important down in the long run in your relationship.
Yeah.
To me, Charles, that's where the village come in at. That's where the village thinking come in at. That's where the grandparents come in at. A lot of time, man, mom and daddy, man, how you put it? Coming up, my mom and daddy, man, talking about girls and boys having a boyfriend, girlfriend was taboo. You know, grandmama, granddaddy, a lot of time, come here, boy, sit down there, let me talk to you for a minute. What you got going on? Granddaddy had more patience. Granddaddy had more wisdom, more understanding about life than my daddy. Granddaddy, man, great uncle, the people like that can sit down and talk to a child patiently, with wisdom and knowledge, man, and can get them some understanding on life. But at most of the time, we was ashamed or embarrassed to go to mom and dad and talk to them about stuff like that. Mom and daddy, man, put the clamps on us. Shut up, boy. You ain't got no business having no girlfriend. I want no boyfriend, girl. Be quiet. I got run off from a girl house one time. No, I'm down there, man, trying to get with this girl in junior high, man. She was pretty, fine, and all that. No, daddy come outside, saw me. What you here for? I said, see your daughter, ran me off. Get off my porch right now. Gone somewhere. And man, I understand that. Because he looked at me, knew right away, man. I was a football player. He knew what time that was. No. And so, man, I was an athlete. So he knew that I didn't mean his daughter no good. I mean, I wasn't talking about no books and no math and no English and all that. No, he knew what I was down there for. So he ran me off. But back to my point, man, a lot of times we don't talk to our children, man. Culturally, we don't talk to our children about these things. Like, man, I'm ready for my grandchildren. I'm ready to talk to my grandbabies about the birds and the bees. Baby, let me tell you, so I got a little granddaughter. Baby, let Papa tell you this right here. Let Papa share something with you. I want that open relationship. Anything you want to talk to me about, you can't talk to mom and dad about, call Papa. Let Papa know. Boys, same way. There was things that happened to me, man, coming up with young girls, man, that I couldn't go to my mom and dad, talk to my mom and dad about what had happened, how I had hurt myself with a girl one time. And couldn't go to mom and dad. Who I had to go to, man? One of my sister's husband, one of my brother-in-law. Oh, come here, boy. Come here, boy. Let me see you, boy. Oh, you're going to be all right. Just take care of yourself, clean yourself up and go on about your business. So my brother-in-law, man, I couldn't go to my mom and dad talk about no stuff like that, man, what I had did, what had happened to me. So it's like in our households, man, a lot of that stuff is taboo. Mama don't talk to young girl. You 13 now, you're 14 now, you're starting to have your cycle. I know young girls, man, hands full of them. Had they cycle, man, had never been told nothing about it.
Right.
Not having a cycle. Went to older sisters with.
No, Amy cut y'all, but what to respond on what you were saying, a lot of our parents too, and grandparents and great grandparents, I think they didn't really know how to talk to us about it. I think they meant well, and they was trying to let you, and you hit it dead on the head. The way they talk, gone with that. They wanted to show that they was in charge and authority, and but they didn't want to show any weakness in the situation. So they felt like if they sit down and talk to you about it, they really didn't know what to tell us themselves, because they hadn't been really taught. Remember way back in the day, probably before, I don't know when, but way back, man, we used to get married at 18, 19, 20 years old. We were married, and today you ain't finna have that too much today, but I'm just saying, like the environment, what we've been exposed to, and what we've seen, man, and heard over, it has changed us to where we at today. And even now, I just ask you then, Ron and Cruz, get y'all, and that's all three of y'all, get y'all opinion. Do you think when you if you got money, say for instance you establish yourself, you got a house, it's paid for, you got a good job, or you got 6 figures in the bank, you doing, and you meet this girl, and she might not have as much as you, but she got a decent job every day. If you marry her, should you get a prenup? Does me asking for a prenup says that I don't trust you still? You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, there was no such thing as prenup, right? So they just got married then, right? Then all of a sudden, all this other stuff come about, in a marriage, where even though she didn't bring nothing to the table, she your wife, and now she's deserving of half. Y'all were married 2 years or 3 years, now she deserving of half and all that kind of stuff. So, a lot of things cause us not to get married at a young age, like we did back then, because of financial and all other situations, like I said. So, man, it's kind of hard. And I understand what you're saying, but our parents probably didn't know how to talk to us at the time. And even today, these youngsters that's having kids, they ain't really talking to their kids. Their kids listen to more rap music and listen to their parents on the phone cussing and stuff than they do anything. So that's probably why what happened to us, but a lot of it's not our fault. Like I say, it's a system designed to tear you down, to tear the family structure down. And by us discussing this, and like Ron having this show, which man, I take my hat off to you, man. It helps us to continue to think every day, passing it down and being a witness to somebody else, so we won't have to. So maybe we can help. If we help one person, or if we help one marriage, then we can be happy about that.
So y'all response is like, we're gonna wrap it up. Like, I want to thank Brother Charles for bringing up that, and also for being a part of the show, and all you for being a part of this show, taking time out y'all busy schedules. Y'all could be watching football. I think Dave's still watching football over there, but y'all took the time to be out here to share your thoughts and experience and wisdom. So, Brother Dave, Brother Cruz, y'all want to respond to what Brother Charles had to say? Wrap it up.
I think it's important that we as a family, we as a couple, relationship wise, that we talk to each other, that we understand that everybody's individual, everybody different, but understanding is key to any relationship. You don't have an understanding, you don't have anything, When you lose respect, honesty, and trust for a person, no loyalty, no commitment, you ain't got nothing. So then, but understand when a man loses respect, when a woman loses respect, that's it. When the respect is gone, ain't nothing else there. I mean, sex ain't about nothing, man. Sex ain't nothing. Sex means nothing to me if I can't put no emotion behind, no feelings behind it. I can go out there and buy me a hoe on the street for that case. Yeah. So I'm saying, man, I mean, I'm just being serious, man. I mean, if ain't no emotion in it, what you need it for? I mean, come on. Sex was only given to us biblically, sex was only given to us for one reason. Reproduction. I can't say the word, but for reproduction. That's all sex was there for. That's all God gave us sex for. And if we get older, man, in relationship, that thing gonna start going down. 18, 19, it's soaring. We start hitting 50, 55, start diving, nose diving. Nose dive faster the older you get. All this Viagra and all that crap they done put on the table for people to try to keep them sexually entertained. Come on, man. I mean, man, if you don't have no understanding, no respect for a person, you ain't got nothing. I mean, I know it's kind of short, but to the point. Hey, understand and respect each other, y'all. That's where it's at. Get to know yourself first. Then you get to know somebody else, understand them, and accept them for who they are.
Yeah, well, Charles and Dave said a lot of good stuff. The only advice I would probably give to young men is be careful out there, because a little mistake can cost you a lot. You mess with the wrong person, and that person says you did something to them, you can go to prison for a long time. You got to be real careful with that. So I would just tell man, build yourself up first. Nobody told me that, and that would have probably been the best way. Build yourself, build your wealth, build yourself, get an education, or get a, become an entrepreneur. Build yourself up. If you find a woman that'll help you build yourself, because they want that duo powerhouse. You found a good woman, don't leave her. Don't leave her for because you found some other woman that looks better or has a better body. Once you find that woman that really is going to help you succeed in life, just you want to keep that. But build yourself up first. I'm saying, whether it's education, whether it's spiritually, or whether it's financial. That's what I would probably tell the young men coming up.
Thank Brother Cruz and Brother David and Brother Charles for bringing it today. Brother Charles is honored to have you on the platform at last. Thank
you.
At last.
We get ready for the flat earth debate. We're gonna warm up to that. I guess we y'all get out y'all research. But I just want to add this. I think it's very important. This is something I'm just learning now. That the most important person you got to forgive is yourself.
That's true.
You can forgive yourself. You can forgive your great grandparents, your mom and dad for not knowing what they didn't know, or didn't know how to break it to you. Because a lot of times I'm learning that, you know, you can be hard on those you love and who love you. And the thing about it is you gotta practice the art of giving yourself grace and forgiveness so you could do that for other people as well. Because as long as people are still breathing, there's a chance to always improve your situation, no matter how dire you may think it is. But also, when people rewatch this, because a lot of people said they like what we were talking about here. This is done for me. I can only speak for me. I do this out of love for my people, love of people. I want people to know that there is a chance for you all to live the life that you want, but you got to be real with yourself. You got to be real honest with yourself. So I want to thank all these gentlemen on the platform for being honest with themselves so they could be honest with us. So, because we all be in it to win it. So we're going to have a part 2 and probably some more parts to this conversation, but it's always a great thing to see men coming together in a space to you know, lift each other up. Like Dave told me, sometimes God could push you, but sometimes he'll send a person to push you forward. You can be stuck somewhere, but sometimes God will send somebody along to push you in the back, to push you forward. So I want to thank all you brothers on here for helping push me forward. Y'all don't know how much that means to me. Like, y'all talk to me in the hallway. Y'all don't know how much y'all feeding me, man. Y'all think it's like y'all we just talking, but it's good to be acknowledged and to help people with sincerity look you in your eye and just really, you know, invest in you by spending time they ain't have to spend to talk to you or talk with you. So thank y'all for that. And I guess I'll see y'all sometime.
You're welcome, brother.
Thank
And
you,
I already
brother.
disclaimer. Yeah. Y'all take care.
Take care,
Y'all
fellas.
y'all Sunday.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all
too.
take
All the
care, man.
listeners, y'all take care as well.
Thank y'all.
Y'all take care. Right.
And that does it for this edition of We All Be. Know that the best is yet to come. We love you madly, in the words of Duke Ellington, and support We All Be movement, because we all be in it to win it. I got more shows coming down the line. You'll see them brothers and more on future installments. And I'm figuring out ways to really grow the brand of We All Be. Thank you all who have been real supporters over the years. I can't believe it. I've been doing this for years. And like I said, it's always important the forgive yourself, to be kind, generous, and patient with yourself, so you can do that for other people. So thank you all. Words of great Duke Ellington. We love you all madly. And until next time, we all be in it to win it. But you know, support we all. I make myself too, or whatever I call it. You mute yourself. But as I'm leaving the studio, want to play this reminder that we do need y'all support, you know, because we all be in it to win it. We all family. We all be family. So y'all take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourself so you can practice that art with others. Very important. And life is good. If I could Greetings, family. This is your brother Ron, requesting your help to help save We All Be. The feeder needs you all to feed We All Be. We All Be has been under attack due to heavy censorship tactics on social media. They're trying to shut us down, but we won't give up, give in, or give out without a fight, because we all be in it to win it. Please think about donating to the cause. You can try our Venmo, our Cash App, our PayPal options. You can support us through Patreon, our patreon.com/we all be. You can buy Artivist Art, r2c2h2.com. You can wear Artivist Art. Go to our Teespring, r2c2h2's place. We all be in it to win it. Know that the best is yet to come. And thank you all for your continued support. We love you madly.
And please also remember, family, if you want to keep up with all things We All Be, please join our mail list. You could email yours truly, Brother Ron, at weallbe@gmail.com. Once again, that's weallbe@gmail.com to keep up with what's going on with We All Be. Remember, information is power and knowledge is the currency of the universe. But please feed We All Be so that the feeder can keep on feeding the people. One love. Can you dig?